Now, next time somebody's going to ask you what is MCP, in your mind, just slightly say, oh, it's a fancier way of saying how APIs are integrated. Or it's just Claude Code had to be so fancy that it actually has an MCP setup to talk to the data. But in literal sense, it's actually your client, that is Claude, that is actually using some sort of protocol, what is there as a bridge to talk to your tool and its data. So which suddenly means you have superpowers. So anytime you want to know what your last Notion document is and what your colleague actually told in Slack and whether that matches, your Claude becomes this magical interface. It's almost like Claude takes credit for it, but let's also give it credit. That's fine. But Claude takes credit for suddenly integrating your 2 or 3 systems together and then giving you the right data that you want in the front end. So that is MCP connectors, what people usually call MCP servers, because server is where your data is stored, and recapping data, where data is stored is your tool, where you're calling for that data is your client, that is your Claude, and then there is a model that runs between the two to fetch that data. So this is the simplest understanding that you can have of MCPs, the fancier way of getting your data. And today there's like I said, every uncle in the family knows MCP. So imagine that you have MCP for any sort of product that exists in the market today. Like, it's so easy to get started. I think I remember that 8 months ago, setting up an MCP used to be, oh, I have to do GitHub clone of this repo, and then I have to set it up in my Claude, and then I have to understand the root folder has to have the root of this server that's set up, and the entire setup used to take 10 minutes. Now, Claude has a very, very nice way of saying, hey folks, get connectors, just connect the tool in like less than 1 minute, and then you've got your MCP to just get started with. So 8 months is all it took for MCPs to turn from a very, very hassle sort of a setup to a less than 1 minute setup, including auth handled. So auth used to be like authentication to your actual database. Your account used to be like a 5-10 minute job back then, but now it's like made super, super easier. So even at the end of this session, you should just be able to like plug in 5 MCPs in like less than 5 minutes. That's how easier this entire ecosystem has been evolved.